Hi there, this is Paul. In this video, we're going to go over a Appsumo offer called Droplr. And if you have a business or online business that you deal with remote workers or virtual assistants, this is a must-have application that you need in your toolbox, I guess. And I'm going to be comparing it with another application that I've been using. Is called CloudApp. And also another application, Snagit, which I've used before, and I currently use it on and off. But I wanted to do this quick tutorial, quick demo for those that are not familiar with this application to see whether this might be a right fit for you. All right, so we're going to go over that right now. Hi, my name is Paul Kim, and in this channel, I go over online and video marketing tools, tips, and strategies that will help you to grow your business. More specifically, I deal with a lot of real estate agents and investors, but the tips and strategies that I talk about can also be used to implement in your small business. All right, so going into the application Droplr. Now, just a little bit background history. I used to use an application called Snagit, and the main reason I used Snagit was previously, before, when I wanted to share something with my team, I would literally take a snapshot of the computer screen and I would send it over, either mark it up physically with a photo editing program, and then I got tired of that, and then I used Snagit, which is I think it's made by TechSmith, and that's a physical program that's on your desktop where you take a snapshot of a screen or image. You can also do videos as well, but the problem with that is that the program would you can't, like, there's no cloud-based where you can send the link and they'll be able to see it. You actually have to send that image over to the end user or whoever wants to take a look at it. And so it works okay if, for example, if I'm using Slack to communicate and I could upload that image, but it's there's too many steps involved. And then I got this program called CloudApp. Now, the problem, well, not necessarily a problem, but CloudApp, when I purchased it, gave me up to 2 users. And so as my team is growing, and it's actually a perfect timing because I'm actually growing, my team is growing, and I now have managers that are actually I'm giving more responsibility to them, and so they need to be able to I need to be able to give them tools for them to utilize. And so this program Droplr came right at the perfect time, because it does give me more users, more team members. And so we're going to take a look at it, and let's dig deep. And I'm going to try to do a comparison, but I just want you to let you know that this is a quick tutorial so that you can make a decision whether this tool is right for you. All right, let's go on the back on my computer, and we'll take a look. All right, so I want to show you the Droplr. I think that's how you pronounce it, Droplr. And so if you look at the tool, I actually got 2 codes for up to 20 users. I could have gotten 10, but just to be on the safe side that hoping my team is going to grow, I got 20 users, and it has custom domain and branding. I'm not sure what that means. And so comparing it with CloudApp, you're talking about probably the team version, which is on their end $16 a month per user. Now, let's take a look at look at my, so when I got the CloudApp back in October 1st of 2018, I believe this deal was not stackable at that time, if I remember correctly. So it gave you 2 users, And at the time that it stated that it's not stackable right here. I think I remember seeing it that it was not stackable. Deal is not stackable. So 2 users is the maximum. The fact that Droplr enables you to get up to 20 users is great. I haven't been able to utilize how I can utilize the team members with Droplr yet, because I just redeemed the code and I just looked at it, and I just used it for 2 snapshots. So this is my fresh uh, review into Droplr and making a decision whether I want to keep this or use this application. And so what I did was I redeemed the code, and then I've installed it. I installed the Chrome extension. So very similar to CloudApp. And so one of the things that I did notice when I use CloudApp, because I do a lot of mostly videos, I don't take a lot of snapshots. When I do take snapshots, I do use Snagit. So when I do take, so let's for example, I'm going to probably turn the camera off on here, hoping that the camera will work off of the other application. And this application right here is CloudApp. And so I would take a video, and then I would take a snapshot like here. And then at the bottom, let's see if I could, at the bottom, you're not going to be able to see it. I am able to press a camera button, and you'll see my picture over here, and then I will press the start button, and then it will start record. It will do a countdown, and then I'll be able to record whatever I want to say to my team. And it's just easier for my team to be able to get that, to get something visual, as well as me speaking to them about what exactly I'm talking about. And then I would just press finish, and then CloudApp would run. You see this icon on the very top, and then it'll go click, and then you'll be able to do a Control V, and that video would show up here, and the end user would be able to play. They'll be able to hear the recording and also see visually. And then also, if I wanted to see the previous recordings, you can see that there's a link here. And there's other things you can do here, view comments if there is comments. So it was very versatile, a lot of features. I probably did not use a lot of the features that is available. Let me just turn my camera back on. I probably did not, like I was saying, I probably didn't use, I probably used like 5% of the capabilities, because, at the end of the day, what I want most is to be able to communicate clearly with my team members exactly what I want done, or if there's any mistakes or anything, because that's a lot of it when you're dealing with virtual workers or remote workers, is you got the time difference, and the fact that you need to clearly communicate what you're trying to convey, and sometimes it's hard to do that in a written form. All right, so going back to Droplr, so I installed Droplr, and let's just go on the back end, and let me see if I can log in. So I logged in, and so you can see the 2 drops. I mean, the 2 items that I've already recorded. And then also here, let's take a look at, see the settings, profiles. It has a team, and so you're able to set the root directory. So that is something that I'm probably going to play around with later. So that, I guess that's what they mean by able to have custom domain and branding with regard to your drops. Now, one thing I'm cautious about is the fact that, whether outside people will be able to see these drops. That's a little bit of concern. But I think, as long as, that's something that I think I do have to review later on, see how secure those drops are. If somebody has a link, would they be able to see it? So that is something that is definitely, we're not doing anything that is of sensitive nature, as long as we're not giving out passwords and logins. So I don't see that being a concern. So let's take a quick look at the capability of. So you have the ability to take a snapshot of a single area. Let's say a selected area. Let's say, let me just go to here, and let's go to Droplr, and then click certain area, and then we highlight this area here, and then it takes a snapshot, and then so apparently it goes to another screen, and then now you have the ability to draw on it. And then let's say if you wanted to make a highlight in pencil, let's say you want to circle this, and then you want to put text here, say medium size. Please change the font on this page, something like that. Then you will save it. And then now you have the ability to copy that link, and then you could send it via email, or you can send it by Slack. So that way your other team member can also be able to visually see it. If the other person has the ability to make changes, so let's see, this is another screen, and then I go to that, I click on it, and so that person will be able to see this. Now, this is so I'm not logged in on this side. And so let's say if I wanted to modify that, and let's say my comments are in blue, let's say the other person that's receiving it is in blue, and then let's draw here. Let's say, it's a little bit of delay, just probably because my recording software is there's a lot of things going on in the background. All right, fonts are fixed. Oops. Okay, and then let's see if I save it. Now, I don't think this is a new link. So if I go to the other screen, I just pull this screen over to my other window, and I just want to see if that actually saved this. Let's see if I can so this shows all of the links here, and so let me just open this one up and just take a look at it and see if those changes did not reflect onto mine. So I'm going to go back to the other screen. I hope that makes sense. Now, so I guess the one way is for them to copy this link, but they wouldn't be able to save it unless they sign up. And so if I copy this link, and then I send over the changes, if that other person saves the changes, then sends us a link, they will be able to do that, and I can see that those are the annotations. The other thing I would be interested in knowing is that if we're working in a team, then I'm assuming that we can make changes to each other's annotations. Okay, so that will be pretty cool and awesome to be able to do that, especially if we're um, now we have, all of my team members can have access to all of the annotations. And so that way, that will make things in terms of communicating a lot easier. And then one last thing before I guess I finish with this video, I just want to do a video. I haven't. Let's just take a look. I'm going to turn off the video here, and let's see if this works. Let's see if the audio, and then screencast. So let's do the full screen of this one right here, this screen, and share. Okay. Stop sharing. Okay, so it automatically, so it looks like it automatically, once you press that button, it automatically starts recording. And so it did record so I could hear my voice in the background. And so then I would be able to copy this link, save this draft for later. So I can save to my account. And I'm trying to see how do I get this link? So you could actually download the recording. And so it would be, I would assume it was the desktop recording. And so that is that recording on the top. And so I would copy this link. And let me move this screen over. All right, I'm back, video-wise. All right, so then now I can, all right, so the play does work. So for the basic, it looks like the capability is very similar to CloudApp. And for the purposes of this video, my main goal is to see whether this has the potential for me to spend, in this case, 2 codes. So I definitely think that, at a minimum, I mean, 1 code is enough if you think that you're not going to exceed 10 team members. So let me just take a look at so I'm just trying to compare what is the difference between having more users. So you have unlimited storage. So I'm not sure if whether I need unlimited storage. Something for me to consider before the offer goes away, and seeing whether I can utilize this. And one of the features of Droplr is the ability to transfer files, which I haven't even looked into that yet. And so for this purpose, but definitely worth looking into. I think I definitely would recommend it for those if you haven't, gotten the CloudApp before and you don't have, and you're currently using, a local annotating program. This is definitely a cloud-based program that you can annotate and record your screen as well to be able to utilize it and with your team. So this is a thumbs up from my end. So on that note, if this video was helpful, give me a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit that bell notification to get notified of future videos as well. All right. I look forward to the next video and seeing you then. Thank you. Bye.